Welcome to Emerald Alchemy, Dance of the Soul. My name is Heather. I will be your guide for today. So let's begin. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oracle cards and some breath and movement for the week of June 21st. And we've just passed the Summer Solstice as I'm recording this. And this is, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you planted seeds over the winter and spring. They've started to come to fruition. How do we nurture those things? If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you have been nurturing the things. What are you harvesting and what are you now planting? What was missing from the last harvest? So either way, the first thing that came out and jumped out was root strength. And it's funny because I got this card on Friday too, when Chiron started to make its way into Taurus. Now it'll go back into Aries and it'll fully come into Taurus in April of 2027. But for those of us who were born mid to late 70s, you're on your Chiron return. And for me, I have seen everything that Uranus has done over the last 7-8 years in Taurus, in that area of life. So whatever house you're in, your Taurus is in, your Chiron sits in. And now it's about embodying those things that we have learned from the transit before. So, root strength, secure, stable, and strong. And you can do this just starting with your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Trying to make the inhales and exhales even. And finding as you do this that like the sit bones are heavy, that you're feeling this weighted strength in the very lower part of your being. So you feel this in the feet, you feel it in the legs, sit bones, tailbone, yoni, any of those areas. And we're really calling up as we breathe in, up the back and down the front, calling up that strength to stay rooted, to stay grounded, to find the embodiment of everything that is going on. The next one we're going to move right into is DNA removal. We got 2 cards from Ancestral section of the deck. So DNA renewal, cleanse, repair, and flow. And lineage release, breathe, honor, and free. And I feel like this is something a lot of us have been working with over the last year and a half, that is releasing the things from our lineage that no longer serve us, handing them back to where it began. But let's go with lineage release first. So I like to picture my ancestors standing behind me. And literally, if there's something you feel needs to release, or you just need to honor and release, maybe it's beliefs, understandings of the world, ways that you were taught to be in the world, that these are no longer serving you now. We don't need fear from our lineage, and that can come a lot from fear of what they went through, and releasing it back to them and allowing them to absorb that back to themselves. They're taking it back. You are breaking that change. You are breaking the cycle. And quite literally freeing all of you from this, freeing your future generations from all of this. So as you sit, feel free to move the energy, send it back. And that is almost like taking off a jacket or a coat or a backpack full of rocks. This has been a theme over the last week with a lot of clients and in the summer solstice breathwork that I did last night in my school group, The Spark Within. So quite literally taking off this backpack or taking the rocks off your shoulders and handing them either back to your lineage, or if it feels better for you, placing them down into Mother Earth and letting them sink down, letting her absorb these things away. And then just honoring that they brought you life. They kept going, their persistence. So we always talk about, and this is a totally different card, but I'm going to go into it anyways. We always talk about the things we inherited, the things that we carry that we don't want. And yes, releasing those, but there are gifts they gave us too. They persisted, they kept going, they had resilience. They gave us all of these things so that we could be here. And we get those gifts as well. And we learn to work with those gifts in a different way than they had to. So maybe this is, every time I say persistence, I will never forget my daughter learning the word in kindergarten or first grade. And she said, yes, Mom, you're persistent. You try to sleep every night and you don't do well with it. So I have to chuckle. But what are the things that you have been able to have that tenacity, that resilience, that persistence to get through in your life? Their gift gave you life. And now I want you to take a breath all the way into the top. Open the crown of your head, allowing DNA to renew, and picture coming down the right side of your body, this beautiful string of light all the way down to your feet. And now as you breathe in, up the left side of the body is another string. So breathing out, down the masculine side, allowing that energy to come from top to bottom. Breathing in up the feminine side. As these join, they join like that little ladder of the double helix, and they can start to spin and dance, shaking off any negative energy. Watch that spin become faster and faster, releasing. And I like to kind of, you can feel if you grab the energy and send it out. So we're sending it back to God, Source, Creator, Mother, God, Father, Sky, Universe, to be transmuted. And you can take this anywhere on your body that you're feeling it. But it's like you're releasing this energy that has been stuck for so long as this helix spins and spins and spins and spins, creating this new beautiful rose-colored or golden light within, and letting that spread out through your entire body. So the dance of the masculine and feminine becoming, it's funny because the last two cards we have are both higher connection cards, and we will do them spirit shot, align, trust, and feel. So taking a breath in all the way to the top, holding at the top, drawing up on the pelvic floor as if you're pulling a compass in underneath your body. Exhale it out when you need to. And then just sit for a moment and feel what shifted in your body. I definitely felt somebody's energy in there. upper back kind of just go, ha, okay. And let's do it again. So breathe all the way into the top. Take that Muladhara Bandha, pull up. Whenever you need to, release it down. So in all essence, taking that Kundalini energy and shooting it straight up through the crown of your head. Let's go one more time. And feel free to shake off any of that extra energy that's going on. You can wipe it off, send it out, release it, allowing for that to fully release. And the last one that we have is divine union. So oneness, love, and source. So the joining of the divine feminine and sacred masculine creates the divine union within you. So joining both of our sides, the creative, the nurturing, the female warrior, the matriarch. Sorry, I couldn't get the word out. Feeling into that, the witch, the mystic, all of the things that the divine feminine can be. And then the sacred masculine, that container that holds, protects, loves. They love each other, absolutely. So our ability to nurture, to create is contingent on both of them being in alignment. Some of us have this distrust, I guess is the word I'm looking for, of one side to the other, and possibly you don't trust your divine feminine because she has not made the best decisions so far, or you don't trust the sacred masculine because you have been hurt. So trusting these within the body, releasing those things. And for divine union, I like to cross my hands at the wrists, put the backs of the hands together. Now, if it feels good, you can join the thumbs here. If not, you can place the thumbs on the chest or just leave the hands here. And it's like creating a yin-yang symbol with your body. Feeling the energies in the energy centers in the palms of your hands and letting that energy reach out to the opposite sides. And just breathing here. Feeling this energy. Now you can picture this energy going all the way out, 12 feet in all directions, creating a bubble of this divine union around you and within you. And what does that feel like? And I invite you to stay here as long as you need. Feel the comfort, the joy, the joining, the togetherness of this feeling within the body and around you. Maybe you feel padded and protected for the first time in a while. Maybe you feel like your heart center can completely open up. Maybe you feel like everything is open and beautiful and releasing, and new energy is entering. And that's this beautiful as within, so without, and feeling that energy field around us. And this is a place we can come back to again and again when the world feels like it's a little bit too much and it's really feels like it's pressing in on us. We get to create this divine union bubble around us. So I hope this serves, and I hope you have an amazing week.